Hello spooky friends and welcome back to Clark's Horrors, the show in which I set out to try and prove the existence of ghosts once and for all. So today I am off to the Lamb Inn, which is one of Britain's oldest pubs. It's located in Eastbourne in East Sussex, and I'm going to be spending the night there with a friend of mine this time to see if we can capture any of the, well, supposedly 5 or 6 ghosts that haunt the property. Just before I get into the video, I want to say thank you once again to all the new subscribers and followers. I will be doing that giveaway soon, the signed book giveaway, once we hit 500 subs, which is probably going to be by the end of this week, the way things are going. But yeah, I'll catch you later in the video. The Lamb Inn is located in Eastbourne, East Sussex, a popular spot for tourists to pass through on a visit to the neighbouring Seven Sisters Cliffs and the scenic Cuckmere River. Situated in the Old Town, the Lamb is in fact one of Britain's oldest pubs. The cellar dates from 1180, while the public house was constructed in 1240. The lower bar and function rooms were added in 1742. The rooms of the upper floor originally doubled up as a brothel, where weary travellers could find companionship for the night. The public house was originally owned by the rector of the neighbouring St Mary's Church, and local historical records tell us that the crypt beneath the pub was once a former monastic room with a subterranean passage that led back to the church itself. There are many theories as to what this passage was actually used for. However, the most popular are that it was used to pass bodies between the church and the crypt below ground, or that monks would simply use the tunnel to move between the buildings out of sight. The Lamb Theatre is also located on the premises. Although the theatre as we know it has only been running since 2009, it is widely accepted that both Augustus Egg and Charles Dickens hosted theatrical events here in the 19th century. As with many historical buildings, the Lamb Inn has had its fair share of interesting and spooky stories. On the 22nd of June 1965, a local bus crashed into the side of the building and was unable to be removed until the structural integrity of the premises had been inspected. Fortunately, no one was unalived in the accident. More recently, in 2017, an electrical fault caused a fire that destroyed the roof of the property. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, although it is said to have rid the property of the bad spirits, leaving only the good behind. As for the ghosts, there are said to be up to 6 that stalk the premises. The first of these is a white lady that is said to have been seen in the crypt, though she was supposedly most active in the tunnel that connected the crypt to the neighbouring church. I've uncovered something interesting about this, however, which I'll share a little later in the video. The ghosts of 2 former prostitutes are said to haunt the upper floor of the building, but have never been seen together. Several guests have reported waking to find a woman either at the end of their bed or standing beside the bed, looking down at them. They appear to materialise most often when in the presence of male guests, and many of these reports claim the women enter the adjoining bathroom before disappearing. On the first floor, at the end of the theatre, is a laundry room. Though I could not find a lot of information about this on the internet, it is claimed that sometimes people hear the cries of a little girl. A tall, long-haired blonde man is said to appear after hours in the lower bar area of the pub. Again, information is scant as to who this man could be, or why he lingers here. Finally, there is the Grey Lady. The Grey Lady is an older woman that sits on the corner bench of the upper bar to the left of the fireplace. She has been seen at all times of the day. Staff report that people have complained of a woman that has taken their seat while they've been in the loo or ordering a drink, only to find no trace of her when they return.
So this bit here, they think, because the crypt is the other side of this window, it used to be a window, and that was used for sort of passing bodies through rather than taking them down, so they just chucked them through there basically. It was kind of a little hole, which has all been boarded up, but that's where the crypt is down the bottom there. Awesome. If you come this way, this is, just watch your head on this thing, because it's a bit sharp. So this one here, they reckon, was people that worked here used to sort of like rest in here and cook and stuff like that, like if they're working in the crypt or part of the church, because the church is basically just directly opposite over that way. So this is, they would have been maybe cooking and sleeping and that kind of stuff in this kind of area. So over here there's like a little window thing. I'm just going to turn my torch light on because it's a bit easier to see, although it's not super bright. This bit here, there's a bit of controversy about what it is. It's kind of a tunnel thing. So some people say it's a tunnel, but it's blocked off now because it's. If you go that way down, then come back up, that is where the church is. So a lot of people said it was a tunnel to escape, like during the times of conflict, the Catholics and all of that kind of stuff. Other people have said it was a smuggling thing. They just had like this hidden door. They could just smuggle stuff, keep stuff hidden. And then other people say it's drainage. So, so nobody really knows, but it looks quite cool. Right? So, yeah. So it's this bit here. So I'll put my torch on, and you can see at the bottom there, it's like it has been blocked up. But that essentially went all the way down and then came back up again. Yeah.
I'll worry, I'm trying to get down there.
Yeah, we have got. I've never been down there, to be honest. I don't worry about getting back up again. It's a bit steep down there. There's probably a lot of glass as well. Yeah, glass has been dropped and stuff like that down there.
It dropped. How far down is it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, we've had a lot of people. Some historians say it's part of the drainage system, but then other people have said well it is, but they also used it for like getting to the church and
I heard
steps there, doesn't it?
Yeah, I heard people were seeing the White Lady in there. Or
so there's two places normally. The White Lady we have. There's two main ghosts.
okay.
That are the ones that people know about, the stories that people tell. There's one that sits by the fireplace at the back bar, so where the band are playing tonight. She sits by the window at that back bar, in the little cove bit near next to the fire. That is an older lady. It's meant to be an older lady.
Okay.
And then the other one is the one in the room, which because this place, the road outside is the high road that goes from Brighton to essentially Hastings. If you keep going all the way along, it's been in the same place for however many hundreds of years. So this was the old town before of Eastbourne. This was literally it. This little tiny area here. There was nothing by the sea.
This is 1180. This
1180, yeah, this way. So when you come over that hill, it was like days' travel from wherever you were coming from, either that way or this way. This would have been the first place that you came. So, like all good places, it's a tavern with a brothel upstairs.
Yeah.
So the other lady who's in the rooms is meant to be a prostitute of some kind who was murdered or died.
Might get lucky there.
So
so
that's the story. So you got the White Lady is the one who's normally sits by the window downstairs, and then you got the prostitute in the room who's a younger lady. Yeah.
Nice.
So if you go this way, to be honest, there's nothing really up there because that's all. It's you're okay to have a look if you want, but this has all been built on it. So I don't know kind of what was there before, but it was kind of
sort of.
Yeah. So it's, the steps and stuff are new. It's still there's not too much in there, just a lot of wine.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, it does all crumble.
Oh wow.
Still. So essentially, the bit that's 1180 is this bit, the crypt down here. The pub was actually built on top of this, so this now is street level. So this would have been the only building. This is a street level building. So if you look out there, the street is actually just there, and this is the original where the window was. And the church is literally just up there. So that's where that tunnel goes down, and it will go up there, and that's the path that people are walking across. That's the street.
Have the service in the church, and the body comes underground here, I guess.
I'm not sure. I don't know how they get them here, but this was the front door over here. So they used to come in here. Yeah. So this was where the original front door was. Obviously not this door, but this was the gap where it was. And then outside here, there's just a couple of steps that go up to the street. Basically, that's it. And then this is the area with the crypt was. Yeah. So this is where it's quite, because there's air conditioning and stuff, so it's cold, but it also means there's a lot of water on the floor. So just
blame it on the air conditioning.
Huh?
Blame it on the air conditioning.
Blame on the yeah. But then that's all the water on the floor there. So if you just hold on.
Lovely.
That's where that window is there.
Oh yeah.
All this is all 12th century, like 11th, 18th. This thing here, they said there used to be like a, what do you call it, like when you got out a cross there and like a prayer thing? Shrine kind of thing, like when they put like a Bible or whatever they put there, and like a metal cross and all that kind of stuff, holy water and stuff like that. It used to be in there, yeah.
That round stone on top, that's called a keystone.
Say again?
That's called a keystone, that stone in the middle.
Yeah.
Because it works like these archways, the weight of the walls, and that keystone holds them together.
Yeah.
Same premise as when I build an archway again.
Yeah.
The windows in the wall, you have that one stone that holds them together. So that is.
Yeah. Now it's where we keep the beer. So
Well,
a lot of the staff, because at the end of the night, essentially, the last thing we do before we leave, turn off all the taps, and then there's like 2 lights, so like a lot of the staff won't do it on their own, or because they hear things and whatever. Especially when you turn the lights off and stuff, it's a bit like.
Has anyone ever seen anything, do you reckon? Or?
I've never seen anything. But there have been a lot of members of staff who have seen things move, like if I'm looking this way, sort of in your peripheral vision, see things going, things like that. We had one lady actually, she plays in the band that plays sometimes here. The band's called The Violets, and she saw the white lady sitting on the chair, and she came up to us and said, "Oh, there's a lady sitting there," because we put that table for the band, so nobody sits on it.
Yeah.
So she said, "Oh, I've seen the lady sitting on the table. It's all right. She can stay here," that kind of thing. And then apparently she was sitting there the whole evening. And then she lives in Seaford, which is the next town over. And she called us up the next day and said, "Oh, that lady was sitting in the chair." When we got home, we went upstairs, looked out the window, and she was like looking up, and the same lady was like following them home. So yeah, she was like, she was cold. No.
I feel a bit of a chill, yeah.
She was like, that lady, but she was kind of really into that thing. She was like, "Oh, I'm not worried about it," She was like the lady. She followed me home last night. They got home and went to close the curtains, and she was in the street.
If that was me, I'd be right out there. No.
You get quite a lot of stories like that. A lot of people see things and hear things, but I don't know, maybe people are more susceptible than others.
Yeah, that's wicked.
It's normally my job to come down there and switch it all off and go back upstairs.
You're the only one that's not afraid.
Yeah.
What is up, guys? We are here at the Lamb Inn in Eastbourne, East Sussex, and just across from me, I'll turn the camera around. This is where the white lady is said to sit in the window. Here's my compadre for the evening. She sits in this seat here by the fireplace. And she has been said to follow people home that sit in her seat, which is why we are here tonight. It's just gone midnight and the place is quite empty tonight, as you can see. And in just a moment I will give you a tour of the place.
Yeah, I do. I love history.
Okay, so starting from the white lady's favourite resting spot, we're going to walk around the bar, just around here. A lot of the place is now closed down for the night, So it's getting kind of creepy in here. As you can see, the lights are off. Second fireplace down here. And then we're going to go around to the other side. There's actually a well round here that was discovered after a fire. This is the kitchen. And then down here are the toilets. And a well, which was uncovered after a fire in the building and restorations took place. The lights are off. Let's see if we can get the lights on. There we go. This is apparently 18 meters deep. Proper ring vibes going on there. Just to give you guys a very quick tour of the upper floor at night. This is leading from the far end of the corridor and the best bit of room. Now the Georgian Dragon is also said to be where the prostitute appears, as well as the Star of Eastbourne here at the end of the hall. And then there's a exterior stairwell that leads down to the outside of the pub for when it's closed at night, which of course takes us all the way down to the ground floor here, where you can get out to the main street. And this is the inside of the pub at about 2 AM in the morning at this time. Through here and to the right hand side is the bar in which the Grey Lady is said to sit. According to a fascinating article by Joe Seaman on the Heritage Eastbourne website, the tunnel beneath the Lamb is not actually a tunnel at all, but a medieval cesspit. In fact, there have been several suspected tunnels in the surrounding buildings, including the neighbouring church, but each of these tunnels have turned out to either be a cesspit or ancient drainage systems. I'll leave the link to the full article in the description of this video in case anyone wants to take a look. For me, this also brings the existence of the lady in white into question. How could people have seen her in the tunnels if the tunnels never existed in the first place? So I did of course have the motion cam running for the duration of the stay, but the scariest thing that I caught was this. So there you have it guys, there was my little adventure to the Lamb Inn in Eastbourne. Let me know what you thought of it down in the comments. Did you hear or see anything that I may have missed during my stay or the editing process? I may have had a few beers too many, so hard to say whether I would have been woken up during the night had I not. But the night cam was running all night and we didn't capture anything strange at all. My next video will likely be up about a week from now. It's Mitchell Priory in East Sussex, so keep an eye out for that. But as always, stay spooky and be kind to each other, and I'll see you in the next one.